Give me a hint. Come on, guys, give me a hint. Doesn't this look somewhere like somewhere you've been to? If you can't guess the city, can you guess the region? See how hot the sun is and how arid, you know, the weather is. It tells you something, doesn't it? Yes, 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 let's go, let's go, let's go. Where do you think this is? It's a very busy Friday. A lot is going on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I just want somebody to just guess, and then I have a surprise for that person, and then I'm going to tell a story. Assalamu alaikum. Na gaja. Lafiya kalau. A kokari. Lafiya lau. Lafiya lau. Should I answer? Should I answer it for you? Do you want an answer? And then I'm going to ask another question again. Probably it would be a little bit more challenging than the first one. But if you want me to go for it, just ask me to, and I'll go for it. Oh. Come on, guys, engage. I have a story to tell. But if you don't want to hear, I won't tell it. I don't want to start telling a story and then you just bail on me, you know? Hello, Miriam. How are you? How's Lagos? What's Lagos like today? I know Lagos is a bit humid. Probably it's rainy. Maiduguri is a completely different story. Maiduguri is hot, but you know, the kind of heat that, you know, actually makes you healthy. Tell me more about Lagos. Hey, Miriam. Thank you for joining. And I think I have another person. I don't know where that person is from. If that person is a Nigerian, okay, just look at this roundabout and tell me where typically do you see these kinds of roundabouts in state headquarters in Nigeria? Yeah, the keke napep is always, you know, like, it's a mainstay. It's a mainstay. We all know that. However, not all states have it. Others ban it. Others say this. Others say that. Hey, Miriam. Come on, tell me where you're from. Miriam is from Lagos, and I am from Maiduguri. Right now, I'm in Maiduguri, and I'm facing the airport. I'm going to leave this live open, and I'm going to continue to tell story. Whoever comes in, and if you want to listen to the story, go ahead, keep listening. If you don't want to listen to the story, I'm still glad that at least you stopped by. So something happened, something quite interesting. well, it's tragic and it's comedic at the same time. Look at this place. You see, it is where people usually typically come to, take tea and bread and all that, and then do one or two gist. What we call gulma in Hausa. You know what gulma is in Hausa? That means to gist about somebody when that person is not around, like olofofo. Okay, so what actually happened was that somebody came to take tea with bread, but he came with a very old bicycle. The kind of bicycle that the brakes are gone, the tires are all worn out, everything is just gone. And then he packed it. There was no way to secure it. The bicycle was already damn too old. So he just parked the bicycle and left it there. And he was busy drinking his tea somewhere around here. And then people were just discussing as usual. And then somehow, can you imagine? Another customer came, but the second customer came with his own bike, but his was a brand new bike. And he parked his own just close to where the first customer parked his own old bike. Now what happened was, wow. In the midst of all this confusion, someone sneakily, who was a thief, got to the old bicycle, climbed it, and he just took off with it. Now, thankfully, or unfortunately, one of the guys was watching. Now, for him to alert the others and tell them, oh, look, a thief. He has taken one of the bicycles and he's running away with the bicycle. He decided to take the new bicycle and just follow the thief. So he just hopped on the bicycle and started going after the thief. So if you look straight ahead, you see that there is a roundabout. And then when you go down there, you see construction equipment. Let me try and zoom. You see, they are trying to construct some things down there. So what actually happened was that as they went down there, at some point, the thief who was running with an old bicycle, was caught by, the Good Samaritan who took a new bicycle to go after the thief, But then it was an accident. They all fell off on a pavement just around the corner down there. There is a place down there that is quite, it's slopey. So when both of them fell down, the Good Samaritan actually sustained serious injury. So he couldn't stand back up and, arrest the thief or hold on to him. But then the thief was okay. When the thief now, stood up, and then he saw, the Good Samaritan was still, screaming, lying down on the ground in pain. He just decided to ditch the old bicycle and take the new bicycle and then ran away with it. Then, in a couple of minutes, the people who were here got there, and oh my God, what happened was another tragedy. The owner of the old bicycle just took his bicycle and left. He didn't say thank you. He didn't want to know what happened. He just took his bicycle and just get the F out of there. And then the owner of the brand new bicycle, of course, he called the police, had the Good Samaritan arrested with a fractured femur, ankle, and all the other injuries, and then he was arrested, taken to the hospital, and then accused of actually conspiring with the thief to steal the brand new bicycle. And now that has become the case that everybody has been discussing, and everybody knows this guy. He is not that kind of person. It is just an unfortunate set of circumstances that happened, and he found himself in that case. now life is a bitch. Things like this happen, and if you are not careful, you can fall into these traps. Well, so some people believe in karma, some people believe in good luck, some people believe in prayers. Well, I believe in almost all. But then it's the energy that you put out that you get back in. That is just it. Happiness, are you happy? Miriam, all you Lagos folks, what's up with that Lagos? What did they happen for that in Lagos now? You guys like to observe, never wanting to talk, never wanting to say anything. The comment is open. What do you want to know about Borno? Just ask any question. I'm here, I'm willing to answer it for you. Just ask anything you want to know about Borno. This is Borno. This is Maiduguri. Where I am now is called Gomari Airport. If you look closely at that roundabout, at the top of it, you'd see a caricature, a statue of an aeroplane. Now you take that route straight, you go to the airport, and that is how Maiduguri is. Maiduguri is primarily just a metropolis, but it's a plain, you know, a very nice place, a very nice weather, a very fertile land, very beautiful women, very, very entrepreneurial people. And you'd be surprised, like, this is one of the most secured places in the whole of Nigeria. I could sleep outside in Maiduguri. I couldn't dare do that in Abuja or Lagos because of your one chance and your area boys and your kidnappers. Yeah, we have our challenges deep in the rural areas, but yeah, that too we are winning. It's a war. It's a war, but it's not just a war of bullet and bombs. It's an ideological war. You can kill a person, but you cannot shoot an ideology dead. Ideologies have their own lives, so you have to fight them in a different way. Kind of complicated, but yeah, I fully believe in the capacity of, you know, those who are in charge of all those things to carry that out. Yes, the CDS was here, I think, a couple of weeks ago, and there is a division of the Nigerian Army in Borno, the 7th Division. And the army used to be only 6 divisions, and the 7th was born out of necessity because of the insurgency. And I think it's one of the most active. So we're very, very proud people, proud of what our military has done for us. Look at how busy this place is. Without the Nigerian army, I don't think this place, there would have been any human being left here again. So many stories to tell of resilience, of tragedy, of hope, of survival. Yeah, but you know, the Borno people are people of faith, and they have practically survived millennia after millennia of catastrophe. Like, there is this superstition in Borno about that after every 100 years, that usually God sends some form of catastrophe, you know, to just test, you know, the faith of the people of Borno. The Boko Haram is the latest one. If you go back the last 100 years, there used to be a man who was a usurper. His name is Rabi. I think he is somebody from the Sahel, probably has some Arabic or Shua roots. He actually seized the throne of the Shehu of Borno, actually ruled from Kukawa, and he was so brutal, killed a lot of the indigenous people that a lot of Kanuris had to flee outward. That is why you see places like Lafia in Nasarawa State where you see Lafi and Bari Bari. They call it Lafi and Bari Bari. You see these people, they carry the same 9 marks like the real Bari Bari have, but they have lost the language. They have already forgotten it because it's gone over generations and generations and generations. And if you go to some parts of the Nupe kingdoms, there are a lot of Nupe people who answer names like Kolo, Sheshi, Ghana. You know, these are all Kanuris who just migrated there and never came back, and now they have become Nupes. You know, so at the end of the day, if you look at Nigeria, we are we are not just as different as we want to think. We are an amalgam of a people with a similar beginning and probably a similar destiny, especially if you work hard to maintain it. How is it that you keep watching and you do not comment? Come on, say something. Say something. Type something. Miriam, happiness. Lagosian, say something. If you are here for the first time, please do endeavor to subscribe to the channel. You won't regret it. There is a lot of material that you can learn about the North from, and I try to do a lot of lives. I just go through the city, and especially at the time when it's most bustling, when everybody is just hustling. You know, we know the kind of economy that we run, and Borno's economy, you know, has suffered a lot. We used to border Niger, Chad, and Cameroon, but all these borders are now closed, except the Lake Chad, which, you know, there's a lot of fishing going on there. So probably most of the freshwater fish that goes to the south, especially Lagos, actually comes from here. I'm not talking about the seawater fish. I'm talking about the freshwater fish. Borno is beautiful, marvelous, excellent. It's a place that you want to come, and if you come, you won't regret it. It is so beautiful. So beautiful. Yeah, if you have any question, please ask me. I am a native of Borno, born and bred here. What is it that you've heard about Borno that you've always wanted to know? Ask away, and I'm here and I will tell you. So we are in the 30 minutes mark. I'm going to walk you guys into a garden. Do you like gardens? Do you like to see gardens? Say yes, and I will take you there right now. A very nice fountain. Something that sounds a lot different than what you would expect you'd see in Borno, in Maiduguri. Now this is Maiduguri, and it's a bustling town. You see these yellow keke napeps? They have become the signature of Maiduguri. They are practically everywhere, and there is construction going on all the time, everywhere in Maiduguri. And this particular route that I'm taking, new project. It's a dualization of the road. This is where the accident happened, the one that I was telling you about, between the guy who stole the bicycle and the good Samaritan that tried to help, but then ended up being the victim, unfortunately. And there was no succor for him. Life is very, 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 very unfair. It is what it is, you know. And yeah, we keep striving, we keep trying to move forward, no matter what life throws at us. We stand our ground, we have faith, and then we always believe that tomorrow is going to be better. And yeah, we have a governor who is actually trying. As you can see, this new road that is being done right here, and it's a nice one too. This leads to the airport. If you take this road, I think it's roughly 2-3 kilometers to the airport. And when you get there, I told you that there is a 7th division of the Nigerian Army here, and there is a squadron of the Nigerian Air Force in that airport. They maintain several types of, aircrafts. Now, this is the fountain I was telling you about. Is it beautiful? I kind of like fountains. It's just my thing. I know it's not everybody that likes stuff like this, but I do. I like nature. I cherish it. And I like gardens. And yeah, so yes. Now let's do it this way. This is my face. This is the face. This is the face of Wazobia Dakum. This is the face of Hasvaliant. This is the face of the Borno native, who is trying to show you how beautiful Borno is. Okay, let's take a look at. Just look at this landscape. What do you think? Is it beautiful? The flowers, the way it is. Wow. A lot of people say nature is beautiful, and that they love nature, and that nature is the best. But I don't hold that belief, because it's an incomplete narration of what nature is to say that nature is beautiful. Nature is not just beautiful. Nature is nature. Nature is neutral. because as much as you see nature's beauty, when you don't want to see the other side of nature, because just as you can see what nature looks like when it's beautiful, you don't want to see when nature is mad and when there is a flood. You know, we had a problem with flooding last year in Maiduguri around this time, and over 70% of the town was submerged in water. A lot of people died, especially because the flooding started around 11 p.m. at night, and it's a flash flood. It's not the kind of flood that comes because it's raining. You know, it is literally a dam that broke, so the water escaped, and then it kept coming. So yeah, people just like those that were lucky woke up and then just found their feet like halfway inside water in their own rooms. They now woke up, but the unlucky ones didn't get that chance. By the time they woke up, uh, the water was already above their knee. If you cannot swim, sorry. And there are a lot of people who also died trying to help others. That was also a tragedy. Imagine you being somebody who can swim very well, and you try your best. You go in, you save one life, you come out, you go back, you save another life, you come out, you go, you save one, you come out, and you are getting exhausted after every try. So as much as you keep doing that, then you reach a level where you yourself are tired, and then at the end of the day, you also will eventually die. And that was what happened. A lot of the people who actually helped to save people, they also actually died. That is the unfortunate thing about the flood. Well, it did happen. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Now, here we are, um, somewhere just cool, just natural, just a place where you can just sit down and just enjoy nature. Ooh, wow. I wish those who are watching would introduce themselves, tell me where they are watching from, tell me what they want to know about Maiduguri. This video is about Maiduguri. I am in Maiduguri. I'm trying to tell you the very nature of Maiduguri, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So go ahead, ask, and I will answer. Whatever it is that is your question, just go ahead and ask. I am ready to answer. Miriam is from Lagos. Happiness is also from Lagos. I don't know who is the third person, not introduced themselves yet. If you do not mind, please introduce yourself. You don't have to say anything. Just tell me where you're from. If you're not from Nigeria, tell me where you're from. If you're not from Africa, tell me where you're from. Let's just take some time to know each other and just talk about life generally. We're in a period right now in this life where a lot is going to change in the next 5-10 years, and then the world that our children are going to grow up in is going to be completely different from the one we actually lived in. So a lot of changes is happening, from automation to artificial intelligence, to the kind of new economies that are springing up all over. And these kind of economies are not dependent on human labor. So there's going to be a lot of displacement of the workforce. If what you are doing as a means of income is something that can be replaced by automation or by a machine, then you better start looking at something that is invaluable, that can sustain you. Do not be complacent, because what is coming is going to be like a tsunami. There is going to be a reset of the world. I am not saying this as some sort of prophet or anything like that. I'm saying this as a matter of social sciences, and the patterns that we have seen before, that has happened, um, how empires rise, how they grow, how they reach maturity, and then how they collapse. For every empire to collapse, it usually shows some signs and symptoms. Now, the American Empire is showing the same signs and symptoms that the British Empire actually showed before it collapsed. Uh, Similar to what the Roman Empire did, similar to what the Ottoman Empire did. So life is cyclical, history is cyclical. You can ignore it at your own peril, but uh, 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 there is this saying in Hausa that idan kaga gemun makwabcinka ya kama da wuta to shafa ma naka ruwa. In essence, it is loosely translated as if you see your neighbor's what do they call this? Is this mustache? What do they call this? Yeah. When you see your neighbor's mustache on fire, go and get your own mustache soaked in water, because that fire is coming to come and get you too. And that is the reality of life. Well, and it's unfortunate, yeah, the order of things, the way things are, and the direction that the world is going. We already know that the post World War II order is crumbling, and wars are springing up that the United Nations and the United and its Security Council, can do nothing about it. Ukraine and Russia are going at it for almost 3 years now, and then the program or the genocide in Gaza is continuing unabated. It's going to continue until it reaches a critical point, and then at some point, something must give, and if that gives, that may be the start of another cycle of war that will have to reset the global order. Now, for us as Black people, I always pity us. When you look at what is happening in Gaza, you see how the whole world is focused on the atrocity that is going on in Gaza. I feel for the Gazans. I feel for them too, because what is happening is not is inhumane to starve people, defenseless people, to kill children, to bomb them, to do things like that. It is defenseless. But I also shed a tear because I am African, and I know that if something like that were to happen in Africa, we are not going to get that kind of coverage. We are canon fodder, and in the order of things, Africans are the last of priority. If you want to take an example from COVID, you would see that when COVID happened, we were the last ones that actually got the vaccine. Now, we were lucky that COVID was not as virulent and it was not as deadly to us as it was to the white people. If it were, believe you me, who would have died more than any other population. I mean, the sub-Saharan African, the black person, the melanated person, he is he is the one who is the last on the list. And it's unfortunate, but it is what it is, and that is the reality that we live in, and that is the reality that we have to continue with. So today, I just wanted to show a little bit of nature and just revel a little bit in it. And if if you are like me, maybe you like greenery, you like nature, you like places where when you are in, it's a whole different vibe from like living or staying inside buildings or concrete. um so much different. There is a peace of mind that comes over you when you are in the midst of, nature, and you cannot get it anywhere else. So, and I'm going to have to end this now.